Dude, happy Thursday. Welcome, everybody, and their young ones and old ones and friends and family that want to join. Happy FlutterFlow Thursdays. It doesn't work as well as FlutterFlow Fridays. We had some pretty fun with that. Okay, so today I wanted to dive into a fun little project, right? Because with any app, right, you try to go viral. Is that not the case? I feel like if you want to build an app, like you're either building it for a business use case or you actually want people to download it, use it, and find value in the app. So I have two of those apps, right? I have the Know Him app, which we've worked on in this live stream, and then I have my Coffee Notes app. The Know Him app, I will continue to work on, and I feel like that's a very good use case. I really enjoy building that and find a lot of meaning in that. My Coffee Notes app is a side project I've had. This was the very first app. I think it's the very first app published from FlutterFlow to the App Store, period. I'm pretty sure. That's how old it is. It was one of the first projects on FlutterFlow that I built, that was built, period. And I've had a lot of fun sort of tweaking it, adjusting it, bringing it along, refining it. And so I have this idea, but one of the things that has really prevented me, right? Like it is really just a project for yourself. Like when you keep track of your coffee notes, you're basically just keeping track of them for yourself. You post them, people can like them in the app, etc. But like, there's none of that sort of virality of, hey, I did this, I'm brewing this thing, I'm having this amazing coffee, and I want you to see it and enjoy it, right? Because like, the whole point of Strava, I don't know if Strava sort of popularized running or if podcasts did in 2024, actually 2020, really. We've seen an uptick in running in millennials and young adults, people wanting to take care of their body, right? So I don't know, just like social proof, right? You can easily share your run stats with Strava. And so I don't know if that has, if that led to that, but this would be really cool. Like I brew coffee every morning for myself. I try to keep track of it. Sometimes I have multiple coffees in the house. And sorry, I'm going to log in here. Okay. Let's see. What is my... I'll just continue with Google. So I wanted to build this same thing with my Coffee Notes app. So I'm going to, let's see if I can do that. Wait, okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to log into my my account on my simulator, and it's not really letting me. Let's see, I have to go to YouTube. So I have this, I thought I was sharing my whole screen over here, but it seems like I'm just sharing FlutterFlow. So let me see if I can reshare my entire screen. Yeah, I want this one. Okay, yep, here you go. So we've done this before. Like I basically went over, creating a share screen a couple weeks ago that I did in the Prayer app, which I really love. And this time I want to make it almost like super customizable. Okay. Like Strava, you get to like select your stats that you want to show, you select a style you want to show, etc. And I want to sort of do a similar instance here. I want to give the ability to, nice. I always have this in dark mode on my phone, so it's interesting seeing it in light mode. But, whoa, what is going on here? Okay. All right, cool. So here's the app. We basically do streaks, and you get I'm doing this cool new little custom graph here. But I wanted to share my coffee notes, right? So like I have my brews here, and these are my brews. Like they're, it shows like a ratio. It showed what I brewed it on. There's like a little note here. Don't worry about my spelling. Note here, image, and then some information about the coffee. So I want to share this stuff, and I want to do it. I want to do it in a couple different ways. So I've thought about maybe implementing. So I have these like options, very similar. I want to be able to like select the stats that I want to show. I want to select the typography that I want to show them in. And then I'm going to have like some styles. I have different styles. So here's one style, here's another style, you know, basically these cards. So, and then I want to share it to my socials. So I'm going to be using the Share Plus widget from the marketplace, the FlutterFlow marketplace. And we're going to just dive in to do this. I'm also going to like, part of what I want to do in this live stream is show off what you can accomplish in FlutterFlow and some of the UX things, right? Like last week we tried to prompt stuff. Last week we tried to use AI to sort of iterate on things, and it just made me do more work and didn't really help. I have a clear vision of what I want to accomplish in this live stream, and it's gonna be a lot of fun just showing, you know, how do we make these small interactions? How do you make it really beautiful and viral to use, but also viral to like show? So in this design, we are using this new glass feature in Figma. I don't think I'm going to be able to recreate this, sadly, in FlutterFlow, but this one I will be able to. We can use like blur, and I'll try a few different things to try to get there. But yeah, we'll see. So let's go ahead and dive back into FlutterFlow. This is sort of where I landed last night. And I'm going to stay here. I'm going to basically just save this progress because there's a lot to do in an hour. And what I want to do is, this is the component I'm going to use. And this is what we're going to basically share. This is what we're going to share online. It's going to be basically a snapshot of this. So in this component, I'm passing my coffee notes document because this has all of the information I want. And I'm able to grab any of that information, right? I'm able to grab the image that is taken, or we have like an image of coffee as well. So each coffee has an image typically. We're going to be able to do that. And we're going to be able to like swipe through this. And then I'm going to just work on these smaller functionality things. So here I have a container. And this container will grow and shrink based off of the edit stages that I have. So we're going to work on that. And then we're going to enter a coffee note down here where we could, you know, this is a text field, so we can edit this and then we can share it. And that's what the text will be. So it won't be on the image, but it'll be shared in the text. Okay, let's dive in. So this component, what I'm doing is I have some parameters here. I have a coffee note, and then I have a display option. Okay, now this display option will showcase like the glass here or the blur, which I have down here, right? And we're going to do some stats, you know. So we'll do some stats here. Now this is like the alternate. That's not bad, I guess. I don't know if I really like this. I don't know if I really like this shadow stuff going on. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. Yeah, it's going to be good. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm also, let's see. I want to show stats. And so I need a data type that just basically allows me to show different types of stats. So I'm going to just create that. I'm going to say share options. Okay. And it's going to be show water. Actually, you know what? Well, let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to think about this. I want it to be a list of things possibly, so I can dynamically generate, you know. No, I think it's going to be pretty static. So this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm just going to say show water. Show coffee, show ratio, show brew method. Okay, these are just gonna be simple things. You know, you can always tweak these later on. So like I was thinking about doing like a dynamic list, and then you could like rearrange where the stats are. You can do drag and drop, you know, you could basically have a page state where you say, hey, I want brew method and time and temp, etc. So show temp. And here, this one will just be like quick on off, you know, rating, perfect. And we have one more, I think, time. Did I have time? I don't think I have. Show time. Boolean. Nice. Okay. So these are my share options. And I'm going to go ahead and do another parameter here for that. Share view, view options. Okay. And we're going to do data type. And we're just going to do the share options here. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now as we create these elements, right, we have ratio and things like that. We're going to be able to just quickly, boop. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to create a little component here as well, because that's the beauty of this stuff. Right, this is also going to be a component, and it's going to be, I think, 20. Let's do 12. And this is just going to be like stats. So let's go ahead and do this. But instead of gray, we're going to do info. And we're going to do this at 6. And then this one's going to be info because it's all white. So that's going to be good. Okay. Awesome. And this little guy is going to be share stat. Oop. Okay, I'm just going to create a little component here. And we're going to just connect this to parameters, value. Perfect. Water. And this is going to be title, or I guess label is what we're going to call it. Label. All right. Perfect. Then we don't have to manage a bunch of junk in this other share thing. We're basically just gonna manage this component, right? Like how many of these components we're gonna have. Boom, look at that. So now we're gonna have 12 pixels, and we can expand these. Oop. We can expand these guys. So they take up the full width. And for me, right, we're probably going to like say, hey, you can only have like 3 or 4 of these on maybe. And what we'll do is we'll call this one, I'm going to say ratio first, right? We're going to say temp next. We're going to say time. And coffee. Probably going to put a couple of these like water, water and brew method. Okay, this brew method I may unexpand and throw out here. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. We're going to just left align that. And then we can just connect it, right? We can just say brew method, brewed on. Oh, no, that's a value. Brewed on. And this will be our coffee notes. So brewed on equipment type. And yeah, we'll say Aiden Brewer. Okay. And then this one, right, brew method, we're just going to say, look, if condition, share view options, data structure field, show brew method is on. I guess we can just do this. since it's a Boolean. So we'll just try this brew method. All right. And this one, we said water. Oh man, that's annoying. I need to make the label the top one and then the value. That's gonna like frustrate me to no end. I wish you could just do it here. We're gonna just do that and value string. Okay. And we're just gonna make sure this is value. Okay. Cool. I'll try to here. Sorry, I'll do this in dark mode so we can see it. All right. So brew method value, coffee notes, equipment. Oh yeah, sorry. Document property, equipment type, Aiden brewer. Sweet. All right. Brewed on. And then these guys as well. We have water here. We have coffee. And we're just going to connect these. Let's see. I want to scroll down here and I'm going to put in some padding on this. Obviously, we have like the height here. The height, 70, see? Yes, that's what we want. Cool. All right, and then once we do this, we're going to basically be able to copy this and paste it into our other projects. So our other views or styles. So there's a lot of like pre-work here, but it's really not, it's really not that bad. So coffee notes, brew time. And again, please forgive all of these like brew time, just random naming structures. Again, this is like, this was my very first project ever built. So yes, again, please forgive me. So this is a new one, this temp. Let's see, we have water temp and it's a data source or it's a data type because I have measurement type and then water type or water temp, sorry. So we have the water temp and we really want this to be a combined text here because we have Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'll actually show you this. So this was what I built last week. There you go. We have our water temp and we have our slider here, sort of a custom slider. I'll move it so we can, or here, I'll just move me actually. I'm gonna move me up here maybe. How do I, customize. Okay, I want where's my face at? Oh, great, my face is gone. Perfect. Yeah, I have this little slider and you can choose Celsius or Fahrenheit. So, and you know the limits, 100 or 76. So you can just do 9. And then this is sort of what we see, right? And we're just doing a combined text here. It gives a little degree and then a C for Celsius or an F for Fahrenheit. So we want that same thing here. So we're going to just do, copy text. We're going to do a combined text here. And we're going to say, first of all, we want that water temp. And then we want a little degree, right? And then we want we're going to do a conditional, right? And we're just going to say, look, condition is if the measurement type equals Celsius. Celsius, is that how you spell Celsius? I just had it up. Celsius, that was an S. All right, then C, and if not, F. Perfect. All right, you're gonna have that there. And then here, you're gonna have ratio. So this should be another combined text. because what a ratio is in coffee is it's like a 1 colon or semicolon, and then your ratio 16, 16.5, 17, 17.5. So we're going to do 1 colon and then our ratio, brew ratio. Perfect. And we'll do 16. Dun, dun, dun. Sweet, dude. And then also, yeah, we're gonna say, look, all of these. So hey, if water temp, share view options, show water, show coffee, and I'm hoping I hope this will work. I usually do the actual Boolean equals true, you know, because it seems to work better. So sweet, show time and show temp. Show temp. Okay. And ratio. Ratio. Perfect. All right. We are going to also probably, and then this one's, yeah, show brew method. Nice. I'm going to just hide a couple of these because it looks pretty crappy. So we're going to have those. And let's see. I don't want any spacing here because, you know, obviously, like if you don't have them, the space is still going to show up. So what I want to do actually is in this component, we'll just add a little bit of space on the left side of this. And that'll give us, you know, any space. And look at there's a beautiful thing about components. It just works. So we could also, I guess, maybe not on the left. Maybe we want that on the right. So I'll do that on the right. There you go. Cool. So we have brewed on over here, and then let's go ahead. This row is also the rating. So we will only show this if the rating is true. Show rating. Okay. All right. And now we're going to do this. I'm going to take this row, and this is the blur. So we're going to do a glass, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do that. And I want to actually, instead of a row, maybe we do like a wrap or a grid. That could be cool because this is a little bit larger. So let's see if we can replace with a grid. Okay, nice. We will, yes, center those. Cool. I don't know if this is actually going to work well. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. And then basically the thing that you have to do in FlutterFlow or the Share Plus widget is that you have to have a specified height and width. So we're going to need to do that. We're going to have a width of like 350, and then we'll have a height of I don't know what this is, but let's say it is like 700. Okay. Maybe it's a little less than that. Maybe it's like 680. I think that we have a expanded row in here, maybe. Well, we'll do alignment. There you go. All right. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that'll shrink, but it will be like this. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead. I have this outer border, and I basically just copied I added in a image for that glass effect. You know, don't hate me. Don't hate me. this will be interesting. So we have coffee there. And yeah, so we want our grid view. We want that. And then we also want our grid view to not be, we don't want squares. So let's go ahead and actually make this left align. There you go. That's going to be a lot better. And we don't need any space here because there's already going to be space. I think that's going to be pretty good. Okay. So we have our water here. Nice. And this guy will be left aligned as well. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our share options. And I'm going to show this, or I'm going to just add a button to get to the shared. So I'll add a button here to get to the share, or maybe down here actually. And we will then be able to see. So let's see. Cool. Okay, so we have share options. Let's go ahead and not make this required so we don't get this, perfect. All right. We're going to get a icon button here. Boom. Let's go ahead and throw that up here. And we're going to just make it a closed icon. 12. And it's going to be an X. So close. That's just going to navigate us back. Sweet. And this, man, I really like this in dark mode. I think it's going to be pretty solid. So I do want to, in my design, I have it really sort of straightforward, like just icons, no backgrounds. There's one button over here that's going to have a background. So I'm just going to do my rows here, and I'm going to do this and this, and we'll do 32 for that. Because I don't know, do we have? I guess we'll just do 12 because it seems like we already have space. Cool. All right. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna bring this. We don't need this to be so tall, so we're gonna do 64, maybe 72, yeah, something like that. Okay. Done. Okay. There's my 4 buttons down below, and I'll do light mode for now, so that we can see this. I have, let's see, I have what's in my Figma. I have an image, right? So we're going to be able to adjust image. Yep, this one. I have text. Let's see, type, yeah, right here. And I have layers. This one, and then this one is the actual share button. So we'll do this guy. I'm going to make this 48. Oh, these have padding. Nice. I don't need them down here. Okay. I'm going to do 8 and tertiary. Make this our secondary. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a container around this. We're going to do 8 here, and we're going to do a gradient. $45. Yep. And this little guy is going to be our info. And we're going going to do a box shadow on this. Okay. All right, let's see. This gradient isn't really working for me. It's like not gradienting enough, you know? It like needs the gradient more right there. Yes, something like that. Something like that. Okay. Okay. All right, and then this one, maybe we do like an accent. 3. Yeah, maybe something like that. 2. And we'll even do a accent here, or sorry, a border here of accent 2. Okay, cool. I'm liking that. I wish I could have more space down here to show y'all. But yeah, looking really nice here. And we will then, let's just go ahead. Let's add we have our main views here. I think I have like share things, but let's go ahead and see our main home. We'll be able to go here, get to our social post, and then let's go ahead and add a icon button here. Boom. And this is just going to be a share icon. So, and it's going to lead to our share note. Nice. And we just need to pass that coffee document here to it. And we can just remove the background and make it our primary text and make it our share icon. Okay, perfect. I'm also going to make it like 20. And instead of primary text, let's do secondary text because that's what these other icons are. And we're going to replace the root to slide up. Cool. Actually, we'll do default for now because I don't know if we may get null errors and it's easier to go back to this with a default. So let's go ahead and see what our errors are. Okay, parameter doesn't specify, so let's specify it. Coffee note, water. Sorry, that's coffee, so we want coffee weight. Coffee weight, and this one will be water weight. Water weight. This one's brew time. This one's that. This one's equipment type. Okay, what are our other? Now we just did that, buddy. So you can't say that we didn't. Yeah, I think these are all old. Oh, okay, gotcha. These are hidden because we have the glass and we have the blur. Okay, so this one's water weight. That one's coffee weight. Blur. All right, let's open this and come all the way down. Doop-doo. We're going to do our coffee weight. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it over here. Paste, yes. And same thing, we're going to paste. We should probably put a 0. A 0 there. Same thing, 0 grams. Okay. Sweet. We did a bunch of saving. So let's go ahead and for my display options, right? I wonder if there's a default. We'll set it. We'll set it in the share screen. So let's go back to our share. Oh yeah, there's social screens. That's what I'll do. So glass and then share options. We need a component state here, right? Because we're gonna we're going to basically show a list of values, a list of Booleans that we're going to show. So let's do share options, data type. And it's just going to be 1 because we just have 1, right? Perfect. Okay. And on page load, we're going to update the component state. Update the page state. Okay. We're going to update it with these share options. And we're just going to update the fields. So I'm going to say show water, show coffee. I want the ones that I want, actually. So we don't need to show coffee. We want ratio. I'm just going to say true. We want brew method to be true. And we want show temp to be true. And show rating to be true. Okay, and then we have, show coffee. We can do this one false. We can do show water. And we'll do that one false. And we have show time. We want that one to be false as well. Okay. So automatically, we're going to jump directly in. We're going to share this from the page state here. And then we need to create our ability to adjust what we see. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to just update this. We should be able to see the share icon here. We should be able to click into that share icon and get to this screen. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Then we can just adjust this design. All right, seems like it worked. Share. Oh, perfect. Ratio. Okay. 0.1. So this is odd. Let's see. That's my espresso tonic. Let's go ahead and share this one. Oh, we need to also obviously put our image here. Notes created. So our ratio and temp is working. But these are not. So ratio and temp are always on. And the ratio is a little weird. That's a little weird. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and see our console. We're going to bring up our debug panel so we can see why. Oh, no DevTools instances register with the dark moments. That's not good. That stinks because that is not, I didn't have that yesterday. So, okay, we're going to do that. And we're almost there. We need to make this shrink wrap, not primary. And we need to make sure this is, okay, that's show ratio. Text combination, brew ratio. Yep, 16. All right, and then this one's temp. Okay, show temp. My brews. This one should have, okay, it doesn't have temp. We can create that, but this is, time, show time. Coffee, show coffee. Water, show water. Well, it would be really nice to have that debug panel because I want to see what we're actually showing this user, right? Maybe we need to update page on change. Yeah, maybe that's what we need to do because this actually needs to adjust. We can create, I'm going to create a new note here. I did 22.7 and I did 384. Nope, 64. Yeah, 16. Grinder used. A grinder, nice. I don't know why that was the case. My temp was, I have it set at 199. time it took, it was 432, and the grind size was 9.2. Really delicious coffee. Could be ground coarser, and we'll just do a brew method of 6, or a rating of 6, and we'll just save that out. I'll add in let's see if I have my images here. I'll share something. Well, we'll share this one. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Quick action. Convert image to JPEG. Cool. This is not my brew, obviously, because this is a cappuccino I made earlier this week, but we'll post it because I want to see. All right, my brews. All right, so I want brewed on Aiden. That works. It was 1:16. The temp is not showing. This is the temp value. Perfect. And then these guys, so this is where it comes in. Whenever we shared like just this is so annoying. I just like this condition better. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. You guys tell me what you've brewed, today. And I brewed, I'm actually done with this Kenyan. It's the last of this Kenyan that I brewed, which is really, really good. So show temp. I think this one is share stat. Oh, shoot. It's not ratio temp. I think it's time. Yes, perfect. Okay, ratio. Boom. Show temp, show ratio. Okay. Show coffee, or show water, actually. Dun, dun. So show water. All right. And then I'm just going to jump into show coffee. Okay. This one is really, really puzzling because the water temperature should be present here. Water temperature, I need to also add water temperature here. I don't have that quite yet. But we have share, and then that image. So this image back here, I like this as a default, but let's go ahead and do our path, coffee note, coffee post image. All right. There, that will also help. All right, and then we also have this. Let's see what this is, because I like this down here. I think this is important to have in the app itself. So let's go ahead and see where this is. This is roaster name. Perfect. All right. Sick. So I'm going to, in my share note, I'm going to add in a text here. Oh, and that's another thing. We don't even have. We don't have the coffee name, which is not good. We want that, obviously. We're going to have the coffee name here, and I will just always have that. And the name will be roaster name. Roaster. This one. Roasted by. And this one will be the name. Sorry, not the reference. The coffee name. Yes. Ethiopian washed. Okay. All right. Let's go back here and see. Now this is what I'm a little frustrated about, because it's like we're just getting these, we're just getting the temp and the ratio, and that's not the case. That should be, I mean, this action is happening on page load, right? Yeah. Okay. Share, nice. So, okay, cool. So we have some adjustments to make, obviously. This is roaster name. This is the coffee name. That's really nice. And then we have our note down here, brewed on, and we need some adjustments. This glass, though, looking pretty good. Not looking bad at all, I don't think. So, yeah, we'll make some adjustments here. Probably going to do an overlay here over the image. Do this at 8, and make this our overlay 30. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that will also help. But why are we show time equals true? Let's come back over here to our share options. Show ratio, show brew method, show temp, true. Show rating, true. Show time, okay, true. Okay, so I guess that is right. That ratio is sort of weird. I wish it would just, I wish it would cut off at 2, but we'll do that. And then it has this 1, 0. I really want my debug panel, right? That would be nice. I guess I'll need to spin up my. Oh, nice. Okay, so we can actually do this as alternate. Cool. All right, last thing I want to do, obviously, I want to get some of those editability. I want to be able to throw in like editing. I want to click this layers, and I want it to pop up my options, right? So I can toggle these on and off. And I also want a light dark mode switch. So I'm just going to do a toggle icon up here, and I'm going to do oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna say moon and sun. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna have a page state here that is just dark mode. Yeah, Boolean. Okay, and then this guy can be toggled to that. Page state, dark mode. All right, and toggle, set dark mode settings. We're gonna set it to light mode, and then on toggle off, right, we can do, okay, well, obviously we'll just toggle this then. Set setting, select setting. Okay, I guess we're going to set a condition here. Sorry. Condition is dark mode equal true. We're going to do set to light mode, and if not, we're going to just set to dark mode. Okay. And then on this page load, we also need to set this dark mode, set value, whatever mode it is, I guess, is dark mode. Yeah. All right. That's what we'll do. All right. That should work well, I think. So, ooh. That'll give us the ability to switch this to dark and see the glass in dark mode. And then let's go ahead and we'll do our final thing here. We have a row here, dun, 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 and we want to wrap that in a column. And this guy should have been, why do we have a page confidence state? No, okay, yeah. It's nullable. Okay. Let's go ahead and build this out. We're just going to build out this container, right? We're going to say show options. Show options. And it's going to be a Boolean. And it's going to be false first. And we're going to have this. I think that this background is expanded. Yeah, cool. So this container down here has the ability to grow and shrink. So as you can see, I think we probably need a little bit of space above, and we probably need this container to be 90, right, to begin with. And we're going to just say, we're going to make it implicitly animated. So ease in, ease out. We'll do like 300. And we'll say, look, conditional value, if the page state show options equals true, we're going to make this 430. And then if not, it's going to be 90. Okay. All right. And then we're going to add in a column here. And I'm going to make this, let's see if we can do 430 in the builder. If not, we're going to do this. We're going to switch this. So equals false, 90, 430. Cool. All right, and this we're going to say, hey, look, we're only going to show these when the page state show options is false. And we're only going to show this when the page options is true. Boom. Okay. And we're going to get there from this little guy. Update page state. Hey, we got it almost there. Okay, guys. We're like almost there. So there's that. I'm going to do a little button. I'm going to do something like this. I'm just going to take this, put it here, and we're going to convert this. Replace. Oh, I can't. That's okay. We'll just add a little button in here. Button. Nice. And we'll make this down here. All right. I'm going to do another column up here. And this little guy is going to have 12. Sweet. We're going to make this expand all the way across. And make it 52. All right. Save changes. Cool. All right. we're going to make this overlay 0 so that we get that same sort of button experience. And then this button, we're going to update the page date and show options. We're going to just toggle that value. Okay. Boom. And we're going to say show stats or customize stats. We're going to have to end this now because I have a meeting right at 10. So we almost got there. I was just going to do one toggle switch. List icon, switch list tile. Yep. All right. I was going to do 8 and left and 12. And then what we'll do is we'll say show time. And I'll just make this like large, and I'll remove this subtitle. Cool. And then we were just going to do this update page state, show options, toggle value. Oh, show options. No, sorry. We want show share options, update field. That one was show time. So we'll do that. And we're just going to say, can we just toggle the value? Cool. Perfect. And we're going to just do that on the toggle off as well. Okay. All right. Now let's see it. Let's see if we can, we'll just do this real quick. I'll do a hot reload, and we'll just see if essentially save changes, opens this bottom sheet and gives us options. And then we have this ability. I'm going to just do 0 to show essentially what we want. So let's go ahead and we'll do my bruise. We'll do this guy. We'll tackle that. Nice. Nice. Oh yeah, we probably want to show this. We only want this to be shown when show options is available. Show options equals false. Yes. Okay. Cool. And then we have this guy, and we can go light mode, dark mode. Nice. Okay. I mean, it's sort of working. Like it is. We'll basically adjust these as well. But yeah, I mean, not bad. We're getting there, right? We're getting there. We essentially want this. We want this view to not have all of that junk. So I need that to be scrollable maybe. And then that will basically move that up. But overall, I'm not terribly mad about this. So thank you all for joining, those that did. I hope you guys have a wonderful, a wonderful rest of your week. And I'll share this on social media. I think it's getting there. I think it's almost there. There's still some more time. Can't do everything in an hour. So we didn't do so bad, but yeah, look forward to next week. I'll see y'all then.